You guys want to hear what makes a good podcast?
Okay.
Let's see if I can. Did you hear that? Didn't make a cup of coffee today, so I have to have something to drink.
Oh damn! You day drinking? Is that what it is?
Day drinking an energy drink, getting my caffeine, so I don't get a caffeine headache at least.
I thought like when you open that up, I thought you were opening up like a can of, like damn, I guess it'll be a good podcast if you're just day drinking already at like 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Aaron, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
Yeah, I did one though. I did the first one, and then Kahai did the last one.
I don't know. Not very good at intros.
Is that
We've been doing it for years, Aaron.
No, I would just fill in when you weren't there, and it would be terrible. So,
You wanna know what my idea was?
what's that?
Since last week we went with like kind of like a morning radio show, right? It's like, what if we went with you're listening to the Pastime Paradise podcast, NPR, right?
NPR.
Yeah, there it is. That's it. Do it.
The only problem is I don't listen to NPR, so I only know is don't they just whisper and you're listening to the Pastime Paradise podcast, where we talk about our hobbies and interests and going down the rabbit hole. Your host is Kahai.
This is Eldrine.
And I'm Aaron.
Oh, good times, guys. Good times.
Usually like I try to boost our audio to make it like sound, so it's like you can hear it and it's like even.
Right.
But that time I'm gonna leave it like
Leave it.
Yeah,
Leave it sensual. Leave it.
No. The noise
leave it
floor
so.
would be too high.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to boost it, but I know the podcast, the last few episodes, like editing, I know it's good when I get some Craig Chi waveforms and I gotta lower it down, I gotta squash them down.
Yeah.
So you know it's good. It's good.
Yeah, it's fun.
So we've done 2 podcasts now, 2 episodes of this podcast, Kahai. Are the results in? Do people like us or not?
we gotta put up the podcast first, and then
Joking. Okay, so before we start to get into the discussion that we want to talk about, I just want to bring up the fact that so just a small peek behind the curtain. It's December. So which means it's the end of the year, right? And it was December when we're recording this. I don't know when it'll come out, but they have the Yuki's Award, like for up for voting right now. So that and for those of you folks who didn't follow us in our previous podcast, the Yuki's Award are the ukulele awards, basically, like that people from the UK started. And we won it like twice in a row, guys, or something, right? For best ukulele podcast. Guess who is nominated again?
Really?
Even though we only podcasted for not even half a year, like a third of the year.
Yeah.
Guess who's up for another nomination for best ukulele podcast of the year, Kahai?
I feel embarrassed.
Yeah, boys.
Really?
Yeah, dude. We are up for an award again, and by gosh darn it, man, if we didn't win that a third time.
I don't know.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we should run a campaign. I mean, we won the last 2 times without doing jack, but then we were podcasting. So, but this time around, nobody heard from us for 6 months now or something, right?
Yeah. Should we rush to get this out? And it's like, put up a video or put up something where it's like, please vote for us for the Yukis for our past podcast. And then once you do that, please subscribe to our new podcast.
Oh.
So I don't know, but because a part of me kind of just wants to run it and wants to see if we win it, regardless if people heard from us or not. I think that would be way more funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Imagine we win a third time and we weren't even podcasting for like the better half of this year.
Yeah.
Did you see the video game awards? Did you catch that,
No.
Eldrine?
No.
So it's like there's the game Expedition 33, and they ended up winning like I think 8 out of the 11
snap.
awards that they were nominated for.
Mhm.
And some people, people are like, oh, okay, they deserve it. I really like the game too. But then some people were like, come on, at this point, just let somebody else win.
Mhm.
And I kind of feel like the same thing, they're going to be like that for us too. They're like,
Aw.
they didn't even podcast. Let somebody else win. Come on.
Yeah.
See, I want to
I'm gonna
win
let
it.
you
I want to win it
finish,
just for the
but-
lols.
I don't know. It's like I feel bad. Who else has a podcast that's nominated? It's like, oh man,
James Hill.
Yeah, just let
No,
James
even
win.
James said that he stopped podcasting.
Yeah, no, but I think I mean, how often did James put out a podcast? So I think because we put out every week, we still probably have put out more podcasts than some of the people that got nominated, right?
I guess.
Yeah,
so.
probably.
Up to May or whatever when we stopped, right? But yeah.
We didn't even get our first 2 awards yet, so you know what? Whatever.
Yeah.
I want something to hang in my workspace to remind myself that I was once cool. Show my children, like, see this? I was the best ukulele podcaster.
It's like I heard about somebody winning like the award, the people who care about the awards, right? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, sure, whatever. But then it's like somebody won a best award for like maybe, special effects or something. And his friend went to his house and was like, why do you have the best award for special effects in your bathroom on the backseat of your toilet? And he's just like, I don't care, right? Like, whatever. It's like, I worked on the movie. I was happy with it. That's all that matters. So.
No, I think it's cool because like that is the one place that your guests are gonna go and they can't not look at it. You know?
Maybe you think it's like a power move on his part?
I
Like-
think so, dude. Because okay, if I'm going to your house and I'm using your restroom and I'm using your toilet and I'm a guy, so I'm gonna stand up and pee. I'm looking at the back of that, and if there's an award there, I'm gonna read it because what else am I gonna do for those however many seconds that I'm peeing?
So- So if we get all 3 awards, if we end up winning and get all 3
yeah,
awards,
that's true. Yeah, put it in their toilet.
Well,
Put all
Okay.
3 on the tank.
no, my idea, right, is you put one on the tank,
Yeah.
then you put one in front where it's like maybe by a towel rack or something, so when people have to wipe their hands, and then you also put one by the sink, so when they're washing their hands,
Yeah.
so
Soap
it's like
dispenser.
no matter where they go, right?
Doubles
Yeah.
as a soap dispenser.
Oh, another one, another one.
Yeah. Oh my. However, did you notice?
It's like you put a plaque to, or it's like a frame thing where it's like pointing to the award, like check out my award. Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, I didn't want it to take too much time, but I just wanted to let you know, Kahai, is FYI, we got nominated again for a 3rd time for
Yeah.
the Yukis.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna happen, and I don't, man. Yeah, at this point, it's like I don't know.
Yeah, but what if though? What if?
Yeah, it's
in,
like
in Tagalog we say baka naman.
yeah. The last 2, or the first award, actually, I felt very honored that our people voted for us,
Yeah.
And I'm happy that people voted for us for the second one. But this is like, okay, it's like I'm a little ashamed at this point, the second one. And it's like this third one, if we win it, it is like, Aldrin, you can have the awards. It's like, it's okay. It's like, I don't want them in my house.
Yeah, and like, why does Aldrin keep inviting me over to his house to use his bathroom?
Yeah.
You sure you don't need to use the restroom, Kai? Would you like some more tea?
There's like, isn't there like a portable bathrooms or something? It's like, I'll bring my own portable bathroom just so I don't have to use yours. Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so today's episode, or this episode, Kai, this issue, if you will, of the Pastime Paradise podcast. Well, what you got in store for us, bud?
Well, am I the one? I know I pitched the opening, but that was kind of just because that was our second attempt. We had a little bit of a hiccup, but then is Aaron hosting this episode? Aaron, you wanna say what the main question for the episode is?
Oh, I guess so. it is a collaborative effort for this this podcast, and so we also want to make sure that listeners know that we are accepting ideas for podcast episodes.
Yeah.
So if you have an idea, like some topic that you would want us to talk about, definitely let us know. But we have like, you know, we have a few topics kind of lined up. And so the one that was geared up for today was a gear episode.
Oh,
So
I like that.
just talking about gear from your various different hobbies and interests in your life. And so the starter question for today was, what gear did you spend the least amount on but get the most amount of enjoyment / return on your investment? So like it's not, we're not gonna focus on the super expensive stuff like what we were talking about last time about headphones and really expensive headphones. But like is there anything from any one of your hobbies that either costs relatively cheap or you spent the least amount on that you get the most amount of enjoyment from?
Yeah, Kahai, I want
so-
to hear from Kahai first, just because Kahai has a lot of high-end hobbies. So I'm actually interested in what Kahai has to say.
What the opposite of that is.
Yeah, what the opposite of that? Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Is like, should I? It's like, oh yeah, so you know, it's very reasonable. You get into headphones, and all you gotta start off with is like this $300 headphone. You know, so reasonable. It's not Bluetooth, it's not wireless. You need to plug it in. You have to get a DAC or an amp, but you know, that's great. It's so cheap. That's you should start off with that. No. That for headphones, like, don't do that. Get whatever is in your budget. For me, I'm trying to think of what hobby should I say headphones?
Whichever, but because you don't. I mean, all of your hobbies are pretty much on the high end, you know, as far as cost and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, cause like, I think for headphones, and I was thinking about headphones and keyboards, is like you can get kind of small stuff that I think maybe. Okay, one of the things for headphones is one of the snake oils is like buying cables thinking that it's going to make your headphones sound better. Most cables do not affect your headphones. Like they tested it, they put it in where they check the in and out signals, and it doesn't affect the signal at all. Most of them. Some of them, if you have a cable, it's like these huge thick cables can actually affect how stuff sounds, but most cables will not, and it doesn't really matter. So I think, but the thing with cables, and you don't need to spend a lot to get something nice, is like, it's nice when you have a cable that doesn't like kink up, or it doesn't make your headphones like twist up and get wrapped around and stuff. So that is like, you can spend, I think on sale, like you can get like just a pretty cheap cable, and it all depends on where you get it from, but maybe like $10 and get something like that, and it's like a creature comfort, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, I don't have to worry about this. Or that's why I spent more money on like expensive cables and then ended up like not liking them because they do kink up. I think the same thing, we kind of talked about this once when we were like talking about audio cables too, like XLRs, right? Sometimes you buy really expensive XLR cables and they're kind of annoying because they end up like kinking, or they're hard to wrap up. But if you get like a relatively nice one but not that expensive, it's like ends up being easier to take care of.
Yeah. I was just looking at, I need a new cable for my IEMs. And it's like, I don't have expensive IEMs, but they came with a clear cable. And the amount that I use it's so dirty, and it's kind of shame. So I gotta get like a black cable or something.
Yeah, I've done this too with Aaron, I guess, right? Where Aaron knows I have a box of just IEM tips too.
Yeah.
Like different ear tips too. And so I'll try them out. But even that for like Aaron, it's like I want to just tell him like, don't worry, I need to drop stuff off at your house anyways pretty soon. I'll come with, I have like 5 spare cables. You can pick out which one works for you, which one is the connection you need. So
Yeah, and that's the problem too, right? There's like so many different types of connections for IEMs. So you gotta like when you're looking, you have to make sure that the connection is correct, and then the whatever length they have like 2-meter ones that are ridiculously, or like 2 or 3 meter ones that are way too much length than I need. But yeah.
yeah, that, or oh my gosh, should I get into this too? Should I talk about this? At one
I'm
point,
just enjoying this, man.
sorry.
That's the whole point of this podcast, is to just do whatever you want.
Dude, I'm just kicking back and listening to Kai.
Oh my, I'm like second guessing. Like, is this too nerdy? Is it where it's like people will be like,
No, don't ever, and not for this
Okay.
podcast. Nothing's ever too nerdy.
okay, not only have I bought cables, I've made my own audio cables. I have equipment to make my own audio cables too.
Oh, yeah.
And I've tried it, but that's the thing, is like I ended up making a cable and I didn't like it. It's too stiff, so I barely use it. But yeah, there's
So you have like a kit,
um
or you just bought the materials that would allow you to make various different types of.
Yeah, do you have to like strip the wire and then like put the ends on it and stuff like that? You know, do you have to do that?
Aaron, if only it was a kit, then I wouldn't feel the shame I'm feeling now.
Love it. I love it.
I had to go onto like several different websites and order
no,
a spool of.
yeah. You can get them shipped directly from China. They take like a few months, but yeah, you look for the parts you want, and yep. Oh my gosh. Okay, and again, like I want to reiterate that like most cables will not make your headphones or IEMs. Oh, I also forgot to mention last week. I don't know if people really care, but if they're wondering like what are IEMs? IEMs are earphones basically. It stands for in-ear monitors. So
Oh yeah.
it's just earphones you put in your ear. But yeah, cables don't really matter for either of those things, and we kind of talked about it last week too, right? Like Aldrin, you're like, oh, you would think that people who have a lot of money, they get really nice things.
Yeah.
But the other side of that is like people who have really nice, or who have a lot of money, sometimes they don't look into things as closely as they should, and they just believe whatever they're told, like, oh, you should get this. So one of the jokes of like high-end headphones and audio equipment too is like, oh, get these sonic isolators. And it's just like little, the plastic feet you put on the bottom of your things to make it so it doesn't move around.
Mm-hmm.
They make it like out of solid metal, and then it's like you put it on there, and then they say like it isolates your audio equipment so you don't get interference. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Or I don't know if it really does, but those things, like people charge like, hundreds or thousands of dollars for those things. And
We're
they're
the
just
wrong business, Aaron.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like if you look on Etsy, you could find the same thing, but as like paperweights, right? They just took the paperweights and they flipped it upside down, and then they're like, oh, they're audio isolators. So
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we gotta snake oil sell. You gotta sell some snake oil, Aaron. That's where the money's at, apparently, man.
Oh man, if we open a store, we should have snake oil stuff.
Yeah, we should just have a section of snake oil.
Yeah.
So I don't feel right selling people, like I know it, but they don't know that it's snake oil. But I would be totally fine having a section in a store that says, yeah, this is definitely snake oil, or it doesn't work. But if you want to buy it, we're not gonna stop you.
yeah. Paperweights section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pet rocks.
Yeah.
I was thinking like we should make like a hand cream or a hand lotion, and it's like, this will make you better at playing ukulele. Just put this on every day, and oh man, Yeah.
No, what I wanted to do was like a series of like audio what was I gonna call it? Audio dreamscapes. That like when you when you put on your headphones and you go to sleep, it practices for you so that when you wake up you're a better player.
Yeah.
Yeah. The sad thing is I wouldn't be surprised if that's already a thing, right? Because
Oh
like
my god.
because they have that
Yeah.
for languages, I know, where they're like, oh, listen to this while you're sleeping and you'll
Yeah.
get it in your head. So
No, but see, that's the thing. But it's like, but the joke is that it's like a physical like skill, like playing the ukulele. Like you're not gonna get better playing the ukulele by listening to something while you sleep.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did think that though.
Somebody's trying to sell that. Oh my god. And what if? I should maybe apologize now. What if like one of our friends, like someone we know in the ukulele
Yeah.
world, you know, like actually does that? Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I shouldn't make fun of that.
Either that
Yeah.
or right, it's like, oh, okay, let's cut out this section of the podcast, and because that might become our next business model.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's like leave
Because
it out. I don't give a shit.
if you astral project,
Yeah.
then you can play
Oh,
your
there it
ukulele
is.
and practice in that plane of existence.
I think
I think you're onto something.
let's make a commercial for this, and let's use Aaron's headband that tracks your like brain activity and shows like, oh man, he's really learning to play. It's like, look, it's off the charts.
Oh,
I thought it was funny too, like talking about like, oh, you use like a language one to like listen to somebody while you sleep and learn a language like that. And Aaron talked about him having a new tactic for learning Korean. And what if
Yeah,
he's
it's
like,
that.
yeah, just imagine Aaron fiddling with his thumb while we're talking about that. It's like, actually, guys, that was what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
someone's trying to develop that right now. Oh yeah, baby. Nah, leave it out. I'll give a shit, dude. Just leave it out. But I think it would be hilarious if somebody did do that and then we called it out. All right, are you done, Kai?
Yeah,
Is that all, or would you like to list more stuff?
Yeah. No, actually, what because you mentioned that the audio cables for headphones don't make a difference. You also mentioned that they're cheap. So like, what possessed you to like buy all the materials to make your own? Like, wouldn't that cost more?
yeah.
And not give it any payoff?
Because well, like you're saying, right, or what you said before, it's like they come like super long,
Oh, okay.
or some are short and
Yeah.
stuff. So I kind of did want to make some different sizes and like sides for me.
Mhm.
But then you know what I'm using right now, even I'm using IEMs right now, and I have my cable that came with it, which is a nice cable. But just to make it attached to my audio interface, I'm just using like an extra like connector to add more length to it to make it reach. So that's, and these, they're like what is it, 1/8 inch female to male too, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
You can get them for like less than $5 or something. I don't think they're that expensive. So it's like, even that, just do that if you need extra length or whatever. So it doesn't really matter.
Wait, so was that your like least amount of what like gear that you spent the least amount on, that you get the most
I
amount of
guess
enjoyment
so.
out of?
I mean, that's the one I can think of. I was also thinking about like maybe coffee stuff, and for coffee gear, I talked to our friend Mark about this, about what coffee gear is really good, and you can actually brew pretty good coffee if you have a teapot and like maybe $20 or $30 like a pour over brewer, and that's really all you need. You don't need stuff too fancy.
How much is a Chemex, Guy?
Chemex is actually kind of expensive just because they make it out of glass and wood, I think. But yeah, it's kind of it's a nice pour over, or it's like the materials that are made to make that product is nice, but the end result is a it's a pour over. So
No, because
Same.
I was like, oh, that doesn't seem that like fancy or expensive, and you could probably make like good coffee with that if you just have good filters and good beans, you know.
yeah, the one I was thinking about is Hario V60. That's like the one that everybody uses for like pour overs, or it's like the shape that there's a bunch of different pour overs are or like some are made out of ceramic and glass and stuff, but then the basic Hario one is plastic, and I think it's, I don't know, maybe $20 or $20 or $30. I don't think it's that expensive. So yeah, and I'm sure you can. I don't know. Should I say this, or it's like you might be able to find like a knockoff that's even less expensive.
You can
but-
say it. Who cares?
We are not
It might-
influencers.
yeah, it might be a good thing because like you're giving people like actual, real, like, you know, from experience kind of advice, and like, hey, this is the same thing, you know.
Yeah, and it's like I don't want to be the type of person who tells you like you gotta buy the brand name thing because it will make a difference. It's like I kind of feel like if they're made similarly and the materials are the same quality, it's like the product is pretty similar. So it's like, yeah. And if I don't want to gatekeep people for like, you gotta spend this amount of money to enjoy this thing. It's like, no, you can. If I was like trying to get somebody into a hobby, I would be like, yeah, like do what you feel is comfortable for you, right? Like spend the amount that you feel you would benefit from.
I'm trying to think of mine. The first thing that came in mind, like something that I spent the least amount of, that had the most fun and the most basically best return on investments. My big hobby, of course, is ukulele, and I think the best thing that I ever bought with my ukulele that yielded the best results is the Ovation ukulele, or the Applause ukulele that I bought, because you know ukuleles, for those of you that don't know, good professional ones can run you like upwards to like $2,000 to $5,000. You know what I mean? And like that ukulele is like, at the time when I bought it, was made $350, like $400 if we're counting like tax and things like that. So for a $400 investment, you know, it was one of those like ukuleles that just works. Like it's not the fanciest looking, it's not the best sounding, but when you plug it in, it just works. It does everything that you need it to do. And like I think with that ukulele, and if you're just starting out anyway and you're not really like worried about, you know, like, oh, I need to get like this kind of, you know, this kind of sound or this kind of tone or whatever, like when I was starting out, and even then, every now and then, I'm like considered a professional now, and I like to take that out and just have fun with it. And I think that thing can still go. Some of the best players have owned an Applause ukulele and have probably used it on stage, including guys like Imul Garza, you know. And I love that ukulele. My friends over at Ukulele Underground, you know, gifted me a new one, because the one that I had like became kind of just like my my for fun uke. But I got gifted one recently that I started taking out like to gigs. I started playing over at Rob's Good Times Grill here on Kauai, and I sometimes use that ukulele for funsies because, you know, I miss it, and I think it's a good for fun gig. It's not like I'm out in like, you know, in a big like 5,000 people like kind of setting where like I really need like the best ukulele to be played on stage. But if I'm just having fun in front of people at a bar or getting drunk, then I you know, I don't care. But I think that for me is the best, like cheapest thing that I got for the most enjoyment, because I played that thing for years and it was awesome.
That new one that you got, does it have the original electronics in it? Because that was also like,
Yeah, OP24 Plus. So I looked at it. It was the OP24 Plus, and like it's actually not the OG one, but that was the one that I used. Because one of my students, Mason, he got one, and it came with an OP24, so the regular OP24, but the one that I am familiar with is an OP24 Plus. So I actually got like the second wave of those ukuleles, I'm guessing, because of that, that pickup. But it just works, and it's such an amazing ukulele for so cheap, because at the time, like I said, about $400 with tax, and you can't beat that price if you're like trying to go out and gig, and it's like, because it's an applause, so it's got that like that, it's not plastic, but it's not like fully made out of wood, and is that like maybe a composite like back, so it'll last forever. If I took better care of it, it would have lasted forever, and I think that for me, and
although Mason does have one of those with the OP24 Plus
that's
now.
right, because now he has two.
Now he
Dang,
has
that
two.
kid.
Yeah, he was gifted one from our friend Kellen Pike, because Kellen is actually a Koaloha artist now, so he doesn't use it on stage. He doesn't use his applause on stage anymore. And so I think the last time that Ryan and Mason went to go visit him, Kellen gifted it to him. So he's
so cool.
got it. Yeah, it's a really, really good, in really, really good condition too. So
I do want to shout out Chris Lanzin. Thank you so much for the ukulele. I still want to send you something for it, just as a small gift of like my appreciation and gratitude for for you like bringing everybody together. And I know you said that like it wasn't like a solo effort, but still, thank you for spearheading that and gifting me that ukulele again. Really appreciate. Love you, bro. Shout out Chris Lanzin.
Yeah, it's funny when you mentioned that ukulele on our last podcast, or the Ukulele Underground podcast. Multiple people messaged me and said like, "Hey, I found this." And Chris was one of the ones who messaged me too.
Yeah.
But somebody else messaged me and is like with great intentions to get it for you.
Yeah.
But it was the soprano. So it was, I like knew it's like, oh no, that's not he wants the one with the electronics in it, not just like the ukulele.
tenor size with the with the electronics. And so if you can find one, they still run for about that same price, like $400.
That's crazy.
$450 or
So
something like
good,
that. Yeah.
Because I played it recently, I'm like, this sounds pretty good, man. And I played like
It's
the highest of
balanced.
high-end ukuleles, dude. It's so good.
That's kind of one of those things where it might be like one of the, in the ukulele world, right? It's like one of those secrets where it's like, oh, don't let this out too much, because then it's like if they start cranking the prices up, right? It's like for computers and stuff, everybody was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I bought RAM when it was like $200. Now it's like $1,000 after the RAM prices got hiked. So same thing is like, oh, don't talk about the Ovations too much.
Yeah. Like, my other hobby, like that One Piece hobby, like the Pokebros, man, like the Pokemon investors, like the scalpers and resellers, like all they got into One Piece, dude, and it's driving all the prices up like crazy. So yes, nobody tell anyone. Only you, our amazing and loyal podcast listeners, are in on the awesome that is the applause ukulele, tenor applause ukulele.
You gotta be a part of the Pastime Paradise podcast to know.
Yeah. Okay. Gotta be one of our PPers.
Yeah, gotta be a PP. Oh,
the PPers.
I told Aaron this, but I didn't tell you, Aldrine.
Okay.
Guess what I got for our Patreon URL?
Oh, what?
PPPod.
Awesome.
So if hopefully we have it all set up and everything's good, but if you want to sign up to our Patreon, I'm sure you can look up Pastime Paradise Patreon, Pastime Paradise Podcast Patreon, or you can just type in patreon.com/PPPod. I think that will work.
Awesome. That's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Well, what do we call our audience? Like, because we just say PPers because like ukulele, I think I was UUers, But there should be like like how Lady Gaga calls her like her fans the like little monsters. It has to be like something about. Remember we talking about like we're talking about like how people got stranded, like on our paradise, like so. I don't know what should we call him, Kai?
I'm cracking up because after you said that, I just thought, oh yeah, let's call them our little peepees.
Oh dang! Oh dang!
No, I don't know.
You need to get one of those like shirts that like it's just like a plain blank shirt with like the Helvetica like on it, where it says I'm a what is it?
Proud to be a little peepee.
Proud to be a PP, a little PP.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, family friendly podcast. No more, Kai.
It's like yeah. If nothing else, I want to do this podcast so we can start a store, so we can sell our snake oil stuff and shirts that say, I'm proud to be a little peepee.
Proud little PP.
Yeah. I also, okay, for sure. It's like maybe we'll cut this out, or it's like we won't release it until we get this, kind of made or something.
Yeah.
I thought of an idea. It's like I want to make a Dare shirt, or it's like a shirt with the font of Dare.
Yeah, okay.
And I want to make it where it says TCGs, not even once.
Not even once.
It
is a drug, man.
People might buy that shirt because they're like, oh yeah, I'm into TCGs. But what if somebody buys it and they're like, I have no idea what TCGs mean, but I listen to this podcast and yeah.
Say you go out with the proud little PP like t-shirt or whatever, and then somebody comes up to you and we're like, bro, I feel you. We're like, well, what do you mean? You listen to this podcast too? He's like, what podcast?
Yeah.
So I thought we were in solidarity.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's mine. That's as far
Going back. Bringing it back.
Going back to what we were talking about, and that's mine. And the ovation or applause. I keep saying ovation because ovation is the more popular brand, but it's actually applause. The applause tenor applause ukulele, amazing ukulele for so cheap. But that thing, like, you could be a working professional and touring and all that stuff and play that uke. It's amazing. I love that.
That's what I wanted to ask too. Is do you know if Imua recorded the OPE Pickers albums using that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I
He
think
still
only
plays with it,
recently.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think only recently he's recorded ukulele, because he has his own recording company. Over the years he's learned how to record ukuleles properly. But definitely he's mentioned in several podcasts that when he was recording with OPE Pickers, it was just plugged in.
That's crazy.
Sounded good. Like brah. That is the sound of, like, that's what PE Picker sounds. So,
Yeah. I think because we've mentioned in our past podcasts too, like recording an ukulele, probably the best way to record, right, is you actually use a mic to record like an acoustic ukulele. But for you, like, if you had to record by like a DI or plugging in, would that be like one of your choices to use that too?
Ooh, that's a good choice. Yeah, I think for a lot of it, but unless, I'm looking for a specific sound. But yeah, I think so. I think I would record with that thing. If I had to plug in, it would be that.
Isn't it just kind of like also old reliable? Like, is like you can get a consistent sound from it. So it's like for people who make music or producers, sometimes they pick cheaper microphones that maybe don't sound as good, but it's like, I know what this mic can do. It's not gonna change like day to day. It's like this is the mic to use, even if it's like
Yeah, but that one's mine.
That's a good choice.
How about you, Aaron?
I guess kind of in the same vein for both of you guys, because Kahai bought me maybe a year or two ago. He bought me, it is from Moondrop, right? Moondrop makes headphones, and so he just bought me one of it's like a Moondrop, I think it's the Block or Space Travel or one of those. It's like earbuds that are Bluetooth, and they're not super expensive, but they're pretty, like the sound quality is pretty good. and I use those like every single day basically. So that was free for me because he got it for me as like a Christmas gift, and then I've used it like almost every single day for just daily use. So like that one I definitely spent the least amount on, and I use pretty often for all kinds of stuff. So, and then same vein too is like my Taylor GS Mini guitar that has paid for itself multiple times over. I gig twice a week with it, and it's like I've run it into the dust almost. Like all of the frets are worn down, and the
Some
finish
frets are
on the
played
front
flat or sharp, but it's like it's okay.
yeah, the front of it is worn down in all those places that I strum, but it's been all over the world. It's held up under all kinds of conditions, and so I have an LR Bags what is that? One of the LR Bags pickups that I installed myself in it. So like I didn't spend very much money on that either.
Was it the 5.0?
No. The 5.0 is a ukulele pickup.
Yeah. I want to say it's called like a acoustic duo, or I don't know. Like kind of has a name like
that
a
was the
venue.
DI.
Yeah. LR Bags. I forget what it is, but it's one of those one of the LR Bags acoustic pickups.
Guys, we're so knowledgeable.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like I installed it and then I immediately forgot about it because it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is old reliable, and that's what, like $500, $600.
Yeah, when I bought it, it was maybe like a little under $500 for the guitar, and then the it's called the Anthem.
Okay.
Anthem.
LR Bags Anthem pickup. The LR Bags Anthem. I think I had to buy the smaller version for it too, so it probably was like the Anthem SL, because the GS Mini isn't a full size guitar. It's like a 3/4 size guitar, and so the X bracing gets in the way of where you would mount the dial, the volume dial, and so you have to buy the smaller version of the LR Bags Anthem in order for it to fit. But once it was in there, I just like forgot about it because it works.
Is a smaller version more expensive, or is it cheaper?
It might be slightly cheaper, but it's not by much.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit more compact. But it still runs off of the same 9-volt battery. And it's basically the same system. So yeah, so those things definitely got the most bang for my buck out of those.
I thought you were gonna say your Fluke. Like, how much did you spend on your Fluke?
Oh yeah, I bought that one probably in 2002 or 2003. So that's like over 20 years of playing that ukulele.
Hell yeah. I remember when I first saw it, I first saw yours one. Like when we went to Kapiolani, the bandstand, we were filming something there, and you brought that uke. I was like, you have one of these?
Yeah.
When I first got my first like pretty expensive headphones, I kind of felt like buyer's remorse, but my mom said, "Guy, you use your headphones like every single day. So if you think about using it every single day, it's like you'll be paying like $1 per day to use it basically. And then it doesn't really matter that much, right?"
Yeah.
But it's like for you, for that Fluke, it's like at this point, it's like quarters of a penny at this point that has lasted
Cents.
this long.
Yeah, fractions of a cent maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Flukes today are a little bit more expensive just because of inflation, and because they're still making them in America. I think that was the point, right? When the Magic Fluke company, when they created it, it was because there was no really reputable Chinese-made ukuleles at the time when they started that company. And so they wanted to make an affordable ukulele that was made in America, that Americans can buy, that is reliable and sounds good. So yeah, I bought it because I was living in Colorado at the time. I had just started college in Colorado, and I didn't want to buy an expensive ukulele that I needed to keep humidified and really had to take care of. With the Fluke, I knew that it really wouldn't warp, or it's like the neck is made out of plywood, and I think the top, the one that I bought, it was like a pine ply or something. So yeah, I could bang it around, leave it standing up somewhere, and yeah, didn't have to really think about it for years until it finally broke, and then I got it replaced. I sent it back to the company, and Dale Webb, the owner of the company, really took care of me.
Wow.
Yeah, he replaced the top. So it's now like I think it's a solid spruce top.
Cool. Upgrade.
Yeah. But he hooked it up for me, and so it sounds even better now, because like it actually sounded really good before the top broke. And I figured like, oh man, all of those years of playing kind of broke in and really sounded really good. But now it sounds even better with the solid top.
Kind of tying into some of the questions we had too. Do you think that's like something that's sentimental to you for like how long you've had it too?
Yeah, I guess so. But also because it's one of those that I can bang around, it's like not sentimental,
I don't care.
Yeah, like I don't. But I don't know. I guess if you're sentimental about something, it's not necessarily something that you covet. So yeah, I would say that something that actually is pretty sentimental to me, that is like that, where I kind of bang it around, is my guitar strap. So like the guitar strap that I use is made by a company called Neotech, and it's like a neoprene stretchy. It's like that stretchy material for the padding where it goes onto your shoulder, and the rest of it is like that regular nylon webbing. But my parents bought me that strap for when I started playing music in high school.
Wow.
And I've used it for every single guitar that I've owned since, and it's gone around the world and it's been with me.
Wow.
Yeah. Since I started maybe middle school. I think I started playing like kind of gigging in middle school, and so my parents bought me that. It was that and like the string winder. I still have that. Both of those things are in my guitar case.
Is the string winder, is that sentimental?
It kind of is, because it's not the greatest string winder, and I've seen better ones with like the thing that you can clip your strings with, and I actually would want one of those, but like I still just keep it in my case, even if I had a better string winder, I'd probably still keep that one in my case.
Yeah. I kind of remember when we used to do, gear talk on the Ukula Underground podcast. We used to talk about cheap stuff is like tuners. Getting a good tuner is really nice to have, and
worth it.
Yeah, and getting a string winder, that string winder cutter combo. But I would not say that my tuners or my string winders are sentimental value.
Yeah,
I think I've lost several of each, and then when I lose them, I'm like, oh well, I guess I gotta go get another one.
Whatever.
I got a fancy string winder from one of our audience.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
From NorCal, yeah. So that one I have in my ukulele case, and just keep it in there just in case.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I would.
It was like hand turned wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick. It was like maple. Like it was sick.
Yeah.
Ritesh, right? Like, was it Ritesh who gave?
I think so. I wasn't there when he gave it to
Ritesh.
you guys, but I think so. Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, I think it was Ritesh from NorCal.
That is pretty cool. What about you, Aldrin? Is what is
sentimental?
Yeah. Or would you consider like even your Ovation to be somewhat sentimental because you've had it for so long?
Okay, as far as sentimental value, I actually hate the Ovation.
Okay.
I'll tell you why. Because I like my very first Ovation, even though I saved for the money or whatever, I sold an ukulele too because I was in high school when
Yeah.
I got one of those, and because that was the workhorse that a lot of the like professionals were using, and I'm like, hey, I can afford that. It's not like $1,000 or $2,000 ukulele. So, because the other ukuleles were like Sunny D's and Kamakas and there was like G String Company, like that Kapena played and Jody Kamisato was playing at the time. So there was all these other like fancy schmancy ukuleles, and I had one from the Philippines that was like that my dad commissioned somebody to go make for me. It like didn't sound like anything special, but it was just the fact that like my dad gave it. But I was in high school and I'm like, I need something that sounds decent, because I didn't know about balance and stuff. So when I plugged it in, it's like the E string was just almost non-existent. So I'm like, I can't play this on stage. So because thinking that, then I'm like, why don't I trade this for something that does work? So I sold it, and the money that I got, which is I sold it for the same amount that I bought the Ovation, because I was thinking like, oh, I just need this much money, So I sold that and got the Ovation, but I do miss that just because my parents got it for, and like God bless my parents, they never gave me a hard time about it or anything like that, like about me selling that off to someone else. Like they were really cool about it. 'Cause I got another one like from the same maker, so it's not like I don't have one, but the original one that my parents got me from, like the first one, that one I sold someone who would not sell it back to me. So that dick. So, can sell it back to me, dick. Because I was in high school. I didn't, and I was playing with the Makalea band and with Puating, and I needed like an ukulele that can handle gigging, and that one just can't. My parents got it for me 2 gig, but
Yeah.
it didn't sound good because balance wise I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Or
So
it's like when your dad ordered it, it's not like he could tell the person. It's like, oh, can you do this to
Right.
make sure? Yeah.
yeah, so it was just unplayable on stage. But my actual sentimental value that I have, that I actually never take out of my house, but as it's the one piece of gear that has the most sentimental value. I have a Zeola cable, which is a silver line cable. It has like a strip of silver in there for better conduction. Cable, like for instrument cable. I got that from Jake Shimabukuro. Like he just started using Analysis Plus cables, and he said, hey, these are still really good. This is what I used on tour, like in Japan and whatever, and all these places when he first started kind of touring. He said, this has been with me, and it's it still works, and it's and it's in great condition. I want you to have it, and I want you to start using this one instead of the one that you've been using, because you'll sound better with this cable. And but as a fanboy, I actually never used it. I just kept it like as a as a memorabilia from like my favorite ukulele player, because I'm like, I don't know if I can use this on stage. This has got that it's got that
mana.
kind of that mana in it, like, and I didn't want it to get, because I know how I treat cables and stuff, and I'm like, this one I can't, I for life of me, like I can't just abuse, because it's so special, like the cable is like kind of expensive. It's like $200-300 like for that Zeol cable, and he gifted it to me, like and yeah, it's one of my most prized possessions in music is a tour used Jake Shimabukuro Zeola Silverline cable. That's
pretty cool.
My one gear. Yeah.
I think like Aaron talking about his fluke and stuff though, I think that's a pretty common thing in Hawaii, is like that we don't I think, or I don't know, I kind of wonder if now kids buy like really nice ukuleles or stuff, but I feel like back then we would buy whatever we could afford, and then it becomes sentimental because you just take it everywhere with you, right? And you're not thinking like, oh my gosh, this is like a one of a kind ukulele that it's cost so much. Is like, no, I want to take this to the beach. I want to take this with my friends when we play and do stuff. And I think over time it adds sentimentality, because it adds like the memories of you playing with it too. That adds sentimental value to it.
Yeah, definitely.
What about yours, Kai? Why don't we end on this note?
Sentimental value for me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can end here, but I also wanted to ask you guys another question too. But
Sure.
real quick, I guess I'll just say sentimental value is so similar to Aaron. I got a baby Taylor guitar, and I got it while I was visiting my sister in California, and I think that was the first Taylor guitar I got, and the memory of picking it out is just special to me. So I don't really play it that much often, but I know I can string it up and play it, and it might not sound like the best guitar, but it's special to me, right? And I think there are instruments like that for everybody, where it's like, I know it's not the best sounding or it's not the best playing, but it's the memories that are associated with it that are meaningful to me. So yeah. So something I wanted to ask though, you guys, and starting with you, Audrine, is there something? So you saying like you're not playing One Piece anymore?
Yeah.
Is there a thing in One Piece that you regret getting, like that? You know, after we talked to where it's like, oh man, I'm gonna spend this much money, and then after a couple weeks, you're kind of like, I don't even use this anymore.
Dude. I mean, entire decks where I'm like, because you know, like sets come out in Japan before they come out in America, so I'm always on the lookout for what's the meta. You know, we talked about meta last week, which is like most efficient tactic available or something. So I was looking at the meta in Japan, and I really like this deck, and or at least I thought, you know, I'm like, okay, this blue purple Luffy deck is the meta of meta decks at that time, and I'm like, I'm gonna play that. I like that play style, blah 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 blah, you know. And so I got the alt leader for it. Like I bought some like alternate art cards, like to really bling it out. Took it to locals, I lost bad. And then I took it to locals again the next week, still lost bad. And it's one of those, like, it wasn't even like I wasn't like getting the right cards I needed at the time. I just suck like at it. And yeah, you know what I mean? Where I'm like, it's just, yeah, it's supposed to be the meta deck, but I suck playing that deck. And I spent like a lot of money like blinging that deck out because I was like, nah, this is gonna be the one, you know. I'm like, so I'm like hunting down like the fancy looking cards for it, like even before it came out, so you know, to get ready. And I paid like a lot of money like bling it out, and I got like the matching like sleeves and stuff, you know what I mean? Like I wanted that I'm like, this is the end all be all. This is gonna be the deck that's gonna like make me into a champion.
You play cards, and then it's like, you're like, oh, please don't beat me. Look at my full art cards. Look at my shiny cards, please.
Yeah, dude, it was so embarrassing. And you know, I'm like, I switched to a deck that wasn't even meta, like in that, and I won like twice in a row with that thing. I'm like, okay, so it's not me, it's just me playing that deck.
Yeah. That's also the thing about card games, right? That's kind of not fun. Is like, if you don't vibe with the meta, the AKA meta deck, it's like it can kind of suck to play. I know some people will like just play anyways and just try and win, but then it's also not fun if you're like you can't get it, or you can't figure out how to play it.
And what people don't understand is because it's meta, that means it's like the best deck. So if there are cards available for that deck, that card is going to be super expensive because that's like the best card being played right now. So because so much people are playing that card, or are on the hunt for that card, like you know. So I paid a good amount of money, like to complete that deck and like to deck it out or to bling it out, you know. So even more so, and dude, I didn't have like a more expensive regret than that.
you know, talking last week too.
Yeah.
I only realized it while I was editing the podcast.
What's that?
You know what's so dorky is that there is a meta for headphones. There's a meta for headphones and IEMs.
Yeah.
Not only that, I have an IEM called the Meta because it's made to fit that particular tuning of headphone. So it's like, oh my god. I like when I was editing, I was like, I can't believe I didn't make that connection and bring it up last week too. Aaron, do you have something though that you kind of regret buying, or it's like, I also wanted to ask you, like, what about, you talked about running is your hobby. It's like, do you spend money for any running things, or did you look into like how much you should spend for running?
No, I mean, I purposely pick hobbies that you don't spend a lot on. I'm pretty frugal in that respect. So like with running, I guess you can. There are things that you can spend a lot of money on, but most of it is garbage. Like if you're into running, you should just run.
Is there a meta for running? It's like, ooh, these shoes are the new meta. You should get that. That's the one that everybody's using.
I don't know. Well, one of the things is that like when I started getting into running, I looked up all of those things, like, oh, what are the best shoes? Like, do I need to get support if I overpronate, or and so I went down that rabbit hole, bought a bunch of shoes, or tried a bunch of shoes that were at least in my price ranges, and I was still getting kind of hurt. I remember going out on a run, and when I was first really starting, and I was at that point, I had been sort of training and I was in shape, but I went out for maybe 2 or 3 miles and my knees were just like hurting, and knees and ankles were hurting. And at that point I was like, how is it even possible for people to run 26 miles for a full marathon? Like, it doesn't even seem possible,
Mm-hmm.
if I'm going to 3 miles basically, and then I can't even go anymore just because it's too painful. And so from that point I just like focused on I went down a different rabbit hole, which was form, like running form. And there are a bunch of people that teach like proper running form. And then I stumbled across, like one of them is like the pose method, which gives pretty good pointers. And then I, for some reason, I ran across this video on YouTube of this guy who was who said like, oh, you can practice running by taking one of those exercise bands, like those really cheap just exercise bands that are stretchy, anchoring it to something and putting the exercise band around your waist. And what you want to do is just like run in place, like lean forward enough to get like that stretch, and then run in place. Try not to bounce very much, and then it's almost like by doing that, just do that for like 20 minutes and try to be economical with all of your motions, and then go run. And that fixed like 90% of my problems. Yeah. And then I came across the book Born to Run by Christopher McDougall, and that kind of changed my whole like philosophy on running. Did a lot, and that's sort of the reason why I do a lot more trail running, is because the adaptability of all of your joints from doing that and practicing that helps a lot. But yeah, so that's one of the things. Like I kind of got on to that minimalist running train early on, which is like there's also like a barefoot running movement that was started from that book, that Born to Run book, which is not necessarily just running in bare feet, although some people do that, but like minimally protective shoes, which can be dangerous, like if you don't train first before going into that. But yeah, so like I'm kind of wary of any running shoe company that claims to help you PR or whatever, or even like ease the burden, because actually your feet aren't supposed to be the ones that are taking the brunt of the force impact. when you run, it's kind of like your knees and your thighs, your calves, that the whole mechanism is supposed to be a shock absorber. And so you never land on your heel. You're not supposed to be like your feet aren't supposed to be the ones that's taking like a lot of the force, because that's what can mess up your knees and your ankles and your feet, is just having like straight legs, or like running in a way where like it's almost like you're creating more force on your bones and your muscles than needs to be, So yeah, if you run correctly, your shoes actually should last pretty long, because the wear and tear on the shoes is less if you're running correctly. So yeah.
So, but what you're saying is people should be on the lookout for our store where we're gonna sell our new shoes that make them run faster, right?
Yeah. It's the shoe itself is invisible.
Yeah.
And so like
you won't know it when you put it on.
So we'll ship you a box and it looks like it's empty, but it's not. You put it on and then you go out and
it's actually trainers to help you train to actually run barefoot.
Yeah.
It's called the Emperor's New Shoes, right?
Yeah. and that's the thing too, is that like I don't want to recommend anyone to like just go into barefoot running, or even minimal, like there are minimalist shoes. The brand that I started off with was Merrell. They did a shoe called that was the Bare Axis, and they had many iterations of that shoe, and then they recently discontinued it. And then now I run in Xero, Xero shoes. But that's the thing, is that I can't with a good conscience recommend either of those, to people who haven't like put in the time and effort to like adapt to that type of that style of running.
Yeah.
Because you can easily injure yourself if you're not,
Isn't that
if you don't ease into it, and train for it.
Isn't that kind of the thing too, is like people might need to run differently based on their own like body type, or their build, or
Or actually I was just talking to Aldrin, because he's actually in the process of trying to do more exercise, be out more.
Yeah.
And then I was telling him that like if you just go on the path, like cause right in our town, Kapa'a, there's a really nice like walking path. And if you just watch the people that are running on the path, if you know anything about like running mechanics, it's like I feel like maybe 80% of the people are just hurting themselves.
Yes. I'm excited because I'm so excited about Aaron talking about this. It's like getting Aaron's like, ooh.
But you can't like, you can't call out people because they're out there, they're trying to do better for themselves. So like, you don't want to discourage any of that, but like also, it's
come on, Aaron. Embrace the dark side.
Just embrace the dark side.
Just to say
when you're walking next to it, you're like, wrong.
Just give the spicy meatball. Just say it.
Say it to their face. Say it, like, go right in their face. Wrong. You're running wrong. Hurting yourself. Running wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I can't say anything either because like I haven't been running regularly. But the idea is for me to hopefully like the running that I'm, or the style of running that I'm doing is hopefully not hurting me. And who knows, time will tell,
That's true.
How much people do you think we're gonna make mad with this episode of the podcast? How many people have bought cables and acoustic isolators and running shoes? And
like,
I'd say maybe two. Like 2 or 3 people out of our 5-person audience.
And then that was like another thing that I was telling Aldrine too, is that running is one of those things where it's almost like punishment for other sports, you know? So like the kids who are naturally good at they just have the correct form naturally, they're the ones that get good at running. And then everybody else just says like, oh yeah, you need to practice more, or you just need to run more, when it might actually be like you need to go back to the basics. It's like with anything, you need to learn form and like proper placement of your limbs, you know,
Yeah.
before you even start, in order to like, because you're gonna definitely run into a ceiling in your progress.
Yeah, and I can see adults, right, being like, what are you talking about? I've been walking and running my whole life. Like, I jog to the car, or I do this. I know how to run. But it's like, yeah, it's kind of in the details. You'll probably find something, right? Something to improve.
Yeah, and there's always like even every time that I go out to run, it's like a practice, right? So yeah, I kind of run through a checklist in my head, like all the things that I'm supposed to be doing that I'm not doing, you know.
Yeah, I gotta learn some form, man. Like, I think I was supposed to go running today, but I would say luckily it rained. Cause yeah, I've never ran in my life, like long distance running. I've ran before, but like long distance kind of running and stuff. And I've attempted to like, you know, to run, but I run maybe for like a few minutes straight, and then I'm just gassed. So I was my friend was supposed to help me out today and find my rhythm as far as like breathing, you know. And I don't know, I'm just scared because I've never done it before. So looking forward to it though. When I finally do it.
I'm looking forward to hearing about how you're doing and being like, good job.
I'll give you updates.
Yeah. I think, well, I think for this podcast, right? Like this talk about gear, we could probably do even a part 2 or something, because we each went into like a little bit of our hobbies and stuff, but yeah. I'm sure like even me and you, Aldrine, right? We could talk about other gear or other AKA gear that we've gotten over the years and stuff. So
yeah.
We'll probably
or
revisit
just other
this.
hobbies, you know, like because we have tons of hobbies. We just talked about like 2 or 3 hobbies, right?
Yeah.
I have a tendency to want to collect obscure musical instruments, and so I definitely have some regrets there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's only episode 3. We don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
We don't want to overshoot like in the 3rd episode.
I think we space it out so it's like we get more people mad, and then we bring them in, and then it's like then we go back, and then it's like, oh, it's been about 10 episodes. Okay, let's make more people mad about what is the bad things to buy that they have.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, oh my god, I can't believe they said that about the thing that I like, and here I bought one of their little PP shirts, you know, like I was representing, and then they would talk about my IEMs like that.
I threw it in the garbage, my PP shirt, and I burned it.
My little PP shirt.
Like, people of that person is like, good, you should have done that from the beginning. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I think we're past our time.
What is it? What was the ending? Hi, I keep forgetting what the ending is.
Yeah. Does Aaron want to do it though? Do you remember it, Aaron?
Oh, I don't know. I thought that was it.
Oh yeah. Gentlemen, looks like it's past our time. So for the Pastime Paradise podcast, this is Aldrine Guerrero.
This is Kahai Fergan.
And Aaron Nakamura.
Hey, keep jamming it up, keep podding it up, keep whatever it is that you do, whatever it is that you're into, keep doing that and tell us about it.
And be on the lookout for the little PP shirt coming soon.
Yeah, be part of the little PP club.
Okay.
Shoots.
Shoot.